We need capitalism 2.0 now. Okay? Capitalism 1.0 is profit, 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 grow, grow, grow. Maximize profits. Grow the corporation as large as you possibly can. Large as you possibly can. There's no limit. There's no limit to the size of a corporation. There's no limit to how much profit. And you know what? These corporations are run without any success metric for human care, for planetary care, for social care, for making cities better, making the country better, making human lives better, making the planet and environment better. So that's not going to work in an age of digital superintelligence. We already have AI that's smarter than any human, can solve any problem better and faster than any human, and that you can create as many of these AI workers as you possibly can. Like, you can scale them infinitely, and it's almost free. So, smarter than any human, solves any problem, does any work better than any human. You can scale it infinitely. It's almost free. It's approaching free. And it's being pointed only at profits and not at human care, not at city care, national care, planetary care, environmental care, not at important problems like food security, education, housing, national debt, veterans, care. Like, the $15 trillion tech industry didn't build a single goddamn interface that helps grandma, didn't build a single app that helps grandma, or the single mom in Toledo, or the struggling student in Tucson. They didn't build a single thing for them. Ask me anything. ChatGPT doesn't work unless you know exactly what you want and how to command the AI, how to write a prompt. They call them prompt engineers. So it's a tool for themselves. It's a tool for engineers. The entire tech industry has failed humanity, has betrayed humanity, because they didn't build a single tool for grandma. That's a betrayal of humanity. And I'm naming it, I'm shaming it. I have a petition. We need to upgrade capitalism to capitalism 2.0, care over profit. Or the reality is, we are all fucked. I'm building a tool, a system that actually cares about you, that's usable and helpful to a regular person for regular problems. And it's called U.1. It's called U, and the website is U.1. And it's just a prototype built in a few days by one man, me, and it's just the beginning, but it's really what the industry should have produced if they gave a shit, and they didn't. It's not going to go well. So AI is being used for, how is it being used today by big corporations, the corporations that created AI? Well, it's being used to funnel you into products and services and sell you stuff that kind of really doesn't directly solve any problems for you, right? It's like funnels you into their ecosystem, sells you products and services that you may or may not want, and they're making that really optimized funnel. So the advertising power is just insane. They're making apps and services that are really, really addictive, maximizing engagement, right? That's called addiction. And superhuman intelligence is being used for that. It's being used for laying off their own workers. Microsoft has laid off 15,000 workers in the last 2 months because of AI. They won't even admit that it's because of AI, but it is, and it's just the beginning of many. You're going to end up with a corporation that's just a single person as CEO, and all the work done by AI. That's where this is headed. So those employees were laid off. They probably got some severance package or whatever, a little PDF file that says thank you. And in the US, there's no safety net, right? There's no health care beyond the severance, right? No health care, no support if you're an immigrant, no income beyond the severance period, no help finding a new job anywhere else, because all the corporations are going to do the same thing, replace workers with AI. The same people that built the AI systems are now being replaced by AI. True story. Like, I actually know a couple people who this applies to, and a couple former colleagues said their entire teams were laid off, except them and one other person. This is just the beginning, too. So next couple of years are going to be insane. We need capitalism 2.0, care over profit. Okay, we need so that really we don't end up with an extraction and addiction economy. We need an economy of care. Okay, we need an economy of care. So that's number one. Number two, there needs to be a limit on the size of big tech, of corporations. There needs to be a maximum size of any corporation. We already have a $3.75 trillion company. It's more powerful than any government. That doesn't work. It's unelected. That's anti-democratic. That's anti-humanity. We don't want a $10 trillion corporation that owns everything, $20 trillion corporation that owns everything in your life, controls your entire life, and doesn't even have a human support person that you can talk to because it's an AI bot, right? That's where this is headed. That's not good. That's anti-humanity. So there needs to be a limit on corporation size. We need to nationalize big tech. We need to nationalize the corporations now. Now that they've achieved superhuman intelligence, it's only getting better from here. Instead of it being used to create Copilot and, other stuff, other random crap, it should be used to actually directly address the biggest challenges for society and for humanity, right? And for the country. It needs to be used for, again, healthcare, education, food security, housing. You have super intelligent machines that can solve any problem. So we should be building mega projects, systems that directly address the key challenges and goals, advance the goals of our time. That's obvious. So nationalize tech companies and direct all investment toward those kinds of efforts. There needs to be a safety net, a floor. There needs to be healthcare. There needs to be minimum income or housing and food support, right? For people who are impacted by AI. And that's not just like a few thousand people impacted by AI. That's eventually the entire economy is going to be replaced by AI. We don't need humans anymore to do work because the AI can do the work better and faster and cheaper. Okay, that's just physics. So you need to protect humans. Okay, otherwise what's the point of advancing technology? And we need to have systems that actually help people. And I'm trying to build one of them, but I shouldn't be the only person doing it. I shouldn't have the only interface that makes sense to a regular person that helps grandma. Okay, so that needs to be a priority right now. Please sign the petition. Okay, please share the petition, sign it, share it, contribute if you can, so that I can raise more awareness. And let's go from there.